Last time out to Rise to Glory, we had been offered the job at Standard Liège, and I am going to accept. For me, this is a dream opportunity to start the main part of the series where we try to win 10 league titles in 10 different countries. And my next job was always going to be abroad. And with Watford offering me an interview and Fulham offering me an interview after they lost their match to England, I knew this was the time to look elsewhere, and Standard Liège was always a job that was going to interest me because of what they are. So we're going to set this contract, and we're now going to see what happens next at our third club in Rise to Glory. But yes, this is a interesting situation for me to be in, given my record and given the fact that we actually start our first game in charge against Panathinaikos, and it's in Athens, so I wouldn't be able to just get settled in straight away. And the fact we're now at Standard Liège is very interesting. I love the idea that we have this opportunity right now to do more and more things. We've won 3 league titles in the last 3 years. We've been promoted 3 times in the last 3 years. This is our first ever job in a top flight league around the world, and I'm excited for the opportunity. And it's our first ever time in the European competition. It's definitely the biggest job in terms of reputation as well, being a 3.5-star team. And it's the biggest stadium we've ever worked in as well, with 26,000 seats, compared to the 2 previous clubs having just 5,000 and maybe 12,000 seats in the Memorial Stadium. And it's also the biggest facilities we've ever had as well. The fact that the fierce rivals of Standard Liège is Charleroi is interesting, given I've managed them before in FM22. So I want to win the Jupiler Pro League and the Conquer Cup, and also do well in Europe as well. If we can win the Europa Conference League, that'd be amazing. Whether or not we can, I don't know. But today we're going to be looking at our new squad, see what needs to be tinkered, what needs to be worked on. I like to think there isn't much that needs to be changed. They've won their first 2 games so far this year, and I don't think I need to do a lot, to say the least. They want me to get to the Europa League proper, which should be doable, and get to the top 5 places in the Jupiler Pro League, and also reach the latter stages of the Conquer Cup, which should be the last 8. So there you go. They do want me to do direct football in the supporters profile, but I don't think I need to worry about that so much. But they want us to finish above Charleroi in the league, be competitive against Club Brugge, be competitive against Anderlecht, and actually finish in the top 6 places and then be recognised as the best of the rest. So as far as I'm concerned, this is going to be a fun opportunity to see what we can do here. And this is also the biggest social media following we've ever had, with over 500,000 at the club. Now, the fact they want me to play direct could be a problem, but I think we should be fine regardless. And let's see how we do today. I'm not going to ask for much about this at all, because I don't think I need to really tinker much. And yes, get to the quarterfinal of the Conquer Cup was the required goal. So as I look for the squad planner, I realised that the goalkeeper might be something we need to strengthen in depth more than anything else. And the right back looks a bit weaker for what I'm looking for as well. Well, in the centre backs, we've got a few players that can play the position, but we might need to strengthen our depth in this area as well on both sides. Left back, I think we've got a few good players here that we could work with. Also got some young talent that should be coming through. DM and midfield, I think, is probably the strongest areas. I'm actually going to be playing this 20-year-old, Thomas Bukonde, I believe. That's the plan, at least, anyway, it feels like. And if I don't play him, I could probably play Rabbi Matate Pepper. So that's a mouthful and a half, but he looks quite good, actually. He's only 20, so he's got a lot of potential. But we've got options here, and I think with the young talent we have, midfield looks very, very exciting to say the least. I am going to be playing Miroslav Kasa as the box-to-box because he just fits the role perfectly. On the right wing, I think we've got a few options that we can definitely work with. We've got Aaron Donan, who looks very good, perfectionist too, on 15.5 grand a week on a lot of money. He's actually got worth quite a bit of money too. He's on a 4-year deal. And on the other side, we have got our 29-year-old who is looking quite good, also on 12,500 a week. So there you go. So it's actually around the same sort of value I was paying my players at Forest Green almost. So I'm actually excited what I have here. Up front, that's a lot of players that can play up front. What on earth is this? So I've got an idea where I want to go, but, and this is interesting, this guy's apparently the best striker, but I'm actually thinking of maybe not using him as my first choice striker, when I've got Lenny here, who can play as a winger, but also can play up front. I think Lenny's my option here, you know, because he's got potential to grow as well, and He's got 3 years deal. So let's see what we can do with this situation right now. This guy's wanted. Why is he transfer listed? Why are you transfer listed? I don't want you out. Hello. Can I take you off? Thank you. Yes. Thank you very much. I just figure out who is on the transfer list, why they're on the transfer list, and then go from there. So this is going to be interesting. I'm going to work around the background staff here. I'm also going to have to work around the training facilities and all that stuff and just see what I want to do. And also just see what else needs to be improved. So I should be back in a bit. Oh, hello. I've also just noticed some exciting things. I've got some apparently exciting young talent in the youth team. Now, they probably need a loan spell before they can get into the first team. But this guy being a good second tier player at the age of 18 and has some decent attributes is interesting. I see Mazzala in this guy's future. I really do. Even if he's got a great aggression and bravery, he doesn't have the tackling and the marking for this. He doesn't have the marking to really be a ball midfielder. He could be box to box as well, but I definitely see Mazzala. He looks quite exciting for the role. Ben Lopez, again, young talent, striker this time. He's a second tier player, a decent player for the role, but yeah, I think we can get some loan spells for these young talents, and I think we'll be working with this. They're the only 2 that stand out straight away that my assistant is happy with, but I'm going to have to go through the responsibilities and see who is doing what, and also see if I need to get rid of some staff members. I don't think I need to, because then I just went through a load of them, but I definitely want to make sure I have everything here. So let's also not do this. Why are you doing this? Hello. So we've got an interesting situation where I'm actually going to take charge of my first game in charge of Standard Liège. It's the Europa Conference League, and I've got to register some players. I'm realizing I need a right back, so I don't think I can register this goalkeeper, which is awkward. Apparently there's already 3 goalkeepers in the squad anyway. Who's the one that I should take out is the question. There's apparently 3 goalkeepers already in the squad. Why is there 3 goalkeepers in the squad already? Ah, there we go. Homegrown at club. I've noticed the problem I'm going to find here. I got to have the homegrown at club. There's 8 people here, homegrown in Belgium, but not enough. There's enough people homegrown at the club in Standard Liège's point of view, but there's not enough to really justify some of the selections. So we've got a problem. I think what I'm going to have to do, and this is going to sound very nasty, I'm going to take this guy in and get rid of that really bad goalkeeper because he doesn't need to be in the squad. Or does he? Hold on, I got to figure this out. So we've got 2 homegrown goalkeepers at both the club, and I think... So this guy doesn't seem that upset with the fact he's not in. I don't want that young goalkeeper in the squad though, because that's an extra spot I don't think we can justify using. He's also on the age of 21. So this guy's 22. If he's in the squad, then why is he not in this first team is my question. He's not very good either. It's a mistake. Taking that guy out, I'm going to bring someone else in. So let's find... I don't know why they decided to put the goalkeeper in. I'm very, very confused. This guy needs to be put in anyway at some point. Because he's 21. So technically, he would be the perfect solution to that problem. Don't need that many goalkeepers. We don't need that many people at all. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have the 8th person in. He's homegrown at the club. I can't believe this is a thing I just have to go through and find the person that wasn't on my list. So now, the extra B team player is not on. Perfect. There we go. What a bizarre situation. I just noticed who's the caretaker manager while I'm at Standard Liège. Phil Jagioka. Have fun. Have fun, my friend. You are going to have a lot of fun, I think. I wish he was my head of youth development because of his personality, but if he becomes the manager, then fair play. He's the perfect one for me, and I wish we could take him with us, but we can't. Oh, I missed him already. So we've just signed Annie Mertens, and we are now going to have our first game in charge as well, because, unbelievably, my first game in charge is at Panathinaikos in Athens. So I've moved from Forest Green Rovers and Eastington to Bristol. I'm now in Liège, starts my new role, but I'm now coming in Athens for my first game in charge in the same week. So 2 days we'll be in charge of Standard Liège, and already we've made a trip from Belgium to Greece. Legitimately, that sounds like a nightmare to go through, but we're here today now. So what I'm going to be doing is using this team. My formation has worked with my Forest Green Rovers time. And we're going to have this team of Bedart, Duale, Ngoy, Bacardi, Larson, Umkendi, Casa, Franzicone, Dunon, Cafaro, and Perici. Perici scored 2 goals in his first game of the season. Dunon has scored 2 goals in his first 2 games of the season as well. So it would feel like I'm jumping the gun a little bit to bring Illich in straight away as a striker, even though he has also got a goal. I want to be judging players on their ability, and also he came on as a winger, so I wouldn't know what he'd be like as a striker right now. So I'm going to trust what I was given on paper, and the only person that isn't starting that has started 2 games, in fact, I'm going to switch that around. So we're going to have now Salinas as the starting winger. So these have been the first team players so far this year, and we're going to see what happens now. I have no idea how this is going to go for our first game of the year, but we'll see how we do against Panathinaikos in a competition I do need to win for Riot Glory in the Europa Conference League. So 3 competitions we want to win this season: the Europa Conference League, the Jupiler Pro League, and the Conky Cup. And next year, if we're able to take part in it, the Super Cup. So we've got potentially 4 trophies I want to win before I move on to another job, which, let's be honest, I want to be here for a while to enjoy what they have to offer here. And we'll see what happens this season. But either way, let's take on Panathinaikos in our first game in charge of Standard Liège. Oh, okay. I thought that for some reason I started a new save and it went, I think, goes to key highlights. We got a highlight immediately, so this could be interesting if we get a goal very early on. And Franzicone finds Ukonde. This is so weird. I'm actually starting my first game as Standard Liège manager. My first game abroad as I'm managing this career, and I'm starting in Europa Conference League, and surely he's offside. Yes, he is. I was about to say, Matteo Franzicone was offside. It looked miles off from afar. But that would have been the perfect stuff if he got that going, and he was off by a country mile, wasn't he? I like to think that this team can be really good this year. We might need to worry a little bit in the Jupiler Pro League, but this is our debut at Standard Liège, and here's Perica, and he scores. So we have our goal. We have the lead inside 11 minutes, and I like to think this is going to be a win now. We've got ourselves up and running for this match. For me, the most important part about this match was actually making sure we got underway. And they just can't get out there in half. It's really pleasant to watch as a Standard Liège manager right now, and we lead 1-0. I also realised, oh, it's an injury. And a chance, and what a save from their goalkeeper, but Donald's got an injury. I don't know how serious this is. I might need to take him off a little bit, but I'm hoping it's not too serious. He's been hampered by, I gotta take him off. I can't keep him on. So there's a highlight for Panathinaikos. It's the first time we've actually seen the ball in our own half in a highlight, apart from kickoff, and we're looking good. And Cafaro's played the ball through again, and Perica had a chance to get second. He should have done better. And we lead 1-0 at half time. It could have been more. Perhaps it should be more, but I'm happy either way. So we've got a chance here. We've only had the one change we need to make so far, and that was mostly precautionary more than anything else. But here we are now. Oh, what a chance for Davida. He almost scored a wonder goal. And we get another highlight now. This is only the second highlight we've seen so far. And I think we're showing that we deserve to be at least talked about for going to the league phase of the Europa Conference League. Since we're already past the first 2 seasons of the save, and it's the 5th season of the save so far, we will be going into the league phase if we get through to that point of the season. I don't know, it's kind of nice to actually have the opportunity to do it in a new environment, a new direction as we get the ball back again. And that is a wonderful ball to find Perica. And Perica scored, it's 2. He's got a second goal of the game. He's got 4 this year. I considered not starting him today, and he's proven me wrong. So, there you go. Isco. If it's that Isco, then it's amazing to see him down at Panathinaikos, but Perica has scored the goal, and is it Perica or Perica? I think it's Perica, but we got a goal, and it's 2. We got a corner here, and I think we can do something with this, as Balikwisha is going to take the corner. What can he do with the in-swinger? Just over fun, Machida. And that was the perfect debut, apart from the injury, but I think we can work with that. And I know we need to get a new right back just so we can have some depth in the right back position. I don't really want to rely on calling up someone who's not really ready for the first team yet, especially when our current right back is only a decent player for this division anyway. So we need to get a new starting right back, and I think it would be good otherwise, I feel, at this point in time, for strength and depth. And yeah, the perfect start for our campaign. We'll hope for more in the future. And he's only up for 1 to 3 days. That's fine. It just means that we don't have to worry so much about the long term. But this is also like a small squad, it feels like. I'm hoping that we don't have to worry so much in the future, but a good start to our time at Standard Liège. What I'm going to do though is end this here. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys will like and share this video, and that you also subscribe to the channel. It really does help me a lot. The ideal plan would be to come back after the transfer window is shut, and we'll see what happens from there. But either way, until next time, goodbye, and well, good night.